It is the day after the night before, and I am recording this on Wednesday afternoon. It is the preview ahead of Bournemouth this weekend, Saturday at 5:30. Late kickoff for us, so hopefully it should be quite a positive one from Jurgen Klopp's point of view. But it is the night after, the day after the night before, and yeah, still buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Really, really can't really put it into words. Like, I'd put it into words a little bit last night after the instant reaction after the match and stuff like that, and yeah, unbelievable stuff, and I think from what we hear is that we've come out of that game last night against Man City, we've come out of it with no injuries as well, or no additional injuries. So we're going to get into the Bournemouth game, but guys, let me know what you think in the comments below about the game last night, and let me know again, who do you think we could draw, and who do you think is going to actually maybe go through tonight? We've still got big games. Juventus versus Real Madrid, that's still a big game. Kind of looks like it's settled, but as you see with some other ties like Roma versus Barcelona last night as well, which was another brilliant tie that I'm going to watch the highlights of after this video, coming back and knocking out Barcelona. Unbelievable stuff, unbelievable scenes. Barcelona were 4-1 in front and they got knocked out because of that away goal. Unbelievable stuff. Credit to Roma for that. Absolutely unreal. And then you've got the other match tonight, which is Bayern Munich and Sevilla, which is, again, that's another one for me that kind of hangs in the balance right now. Sevilla are a team that were causing Bayern Munich problems. They made some mistakes that let Bayern Munich back in. So it wasn't, in my opinion, because I watched that game last week, and it wasn't a game that Bayern Munich, in my opinion, they didn't dominate it. Like, they weren't, I don't really know how to put it, but they weren't actually really testing Sevilla a great deal. It just so happens that Sevilla made a couple of costly mistakes. But anyway, that's enough of all of that talk. I can come back and do another video on that when the Champions League draw is done this Friday at midday. If I get another early finish from work, I might do a live stream again, but if I don't, I'll do a reaction video after work. Anyway, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Big game. And I say big game because we can put a little bit more daylight between us and Chelsea in 5th, and Arsenal coming up the rear as well, but I don't think that they can get much further. I think Arsenal play Newcastle this weekend. So again, anyway, regardless of that, we play Bournemouth, and Bournemouth are sitting in 11th position, just behind Newcastle, but only on goal difference, I believe it is. I think they're both sat on 38 points, and Bournemouth are always, they are a good team, they're a good footballing team. But after the performances that we've put in recently, the performances we put in against the likes of Man City and such like that, we should be able to go into this game and believe that we are going to win it and get 3 vital points. We should never get carried away with ourselves, though. Never get too carried away and get too ahead of ourselves. We've had an epic 2 legs in the Champions League against Man City. We beat them in both games. But we can never get too ahead of ourselves, because this can sometimes be where Liverpool slump a little bit. We have these epic nights where the emotion, the absolute elation is sky high, and we can sometimes come up against a team like Bournemouth and come unstuck. And I just hope that we don't do that. I don't think that we have to do like what we did against Everton. I don't think we have to rest players. I don't think that's the case. I think we should be able to start like Mohamed Salah, should be able to start Sadio Mane, should be able to start Firmino, Van Dijk, Lovren. Didn't shout out Lovren last night in the video as well, but Lovren had a colossal game. He had an excellent game. Karius, Andrew Robertson. You might see a change at right back. You might see Nathaniel Clyne come back in, and that I'm a fan of. That's no problem at all. No problem at all. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been magnificent. Absolutely magnificent in the Champions League games against Man City. I don't mind taking Trent Alexander-Arnold out of this game, give him a bit of a rest, but give Nathaniel Clyne, give him another game. Because against Everton, Clyne was good. Clyne was defensively solid. Clyne was harrying up and down that right-hand side very, very well. And I think with, our first team forwards, you're going to see maybe a bit more of an outlet from Nathaniel Clyne. And I would start Nathaniel Clyne in this game. I really would. I don't see a great many changes happening other than that, though. Maybe you probably see Henderson come into this game. Obviously, he was suspended for the Champions League game, but he'll be free and ready for the next Champions League games when they happen. I think you'll see. Ooh, who else can we play? Well, we've got it obviously confirmed from Jurgen Klopp the other day that Emre Can's season is over, and he may, depending on what happens transfer-wise, he may have played his last game for Liverpool, which would be really sad if he has, because he was playing really well for us. But you could see, I've got no reason why Milner shouldn't play. If we haven't got a game midweek, I think you should get Milner in there, because Milner has been excellent lately. He's been solid all season, and he's been excellent lately. I would probably maybe go, let's go for it. I think we're going to go Henderson, I think you go Milner, and I think you would go Oxlade-Chamberlain or Wijnaldum, depending on what you want from the game. But I think I'd maybe go with Oxlade-Chamberlain. Nothing against Wijnaldum. I think he had a very good second half against Man City. But I think Oxlade-Chamberlain, I just want that drive through the midfield. And he just gives options to the forwards as well. And then forward-wise, maybe there could be a bit of a change there. There could be a change in maybe Firmino comes out, Danny Ings goes up front, but you just maybe keep Salah and Mane. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? That is how I would go. So let's run through that whole starting 11. Karius, Andrew Robertson, then we're going to go Lovren, Van Dijk, then we're going to go Nathaniel Clyne. Midfield, we're going to go, I'm going to go Milner, Henderson, we're going to go Oxlade-Chamberlain. And then maybe Danny Ings, Firmino, maybe Dominic Solanke, who knows? And then Salah and Mane. And depending on how the game goes, and if we do, score a goal or two, or something like that, look pretty comfortable, look like we're dealing with the situation well, you can withdraw some of these key players and keep them fresh for another game, keep them fresh for the week after. Because I'm pretty sure we're not far away from coming up against Chelsea. I can't remember when though, but I think we play Bournemouth, I think we play someone else. And then we would play against Chelsea in the Premier League. Obviously, somewhere in and around that, there's going to be these Champions League semi-final games as well, depending on who we come up against. So, but the key thing here is, right now, we are 10 points in front of Chelsea. We are currently on the same point as Tottenham. Tottenham have a game in hand over us, though. And if they win against... Oh, God, I don't know who they're playing. Is it Tottenham Man City this weekend? I seem to remember thinking it was Tottenham and Man City this weekend, but I'm not entirely sure. Which, if it is, what a time for Tottenham to play Man City, honestly. What a time for them to play Man City. Obviously, Man City are going to be wanting to look to bounce back and win the title. They were meant to do it. It was all written in the stars. They were going to win it against Manchester United, and they couldn't do it. What a time for Tottenham now to come up. Harry Kane is obviously back from injury. He's still wanting to claim goals left, right and centre. He's going to want them to be coming into this game. Tottenham are going to be wanting to come into this game against Man City. They're going to be looking at Man City thinking they're vulnerable. This is the time to get at them. Tottenham are going to be wanting to finish a little bit higher up in the table than us. Obviously, understandably, I want us to finish as high up as the table as possible. But with Champions League commitments and we're the only English team left in the competition now, I'm alright with us sticking around top four, because all four positions in the Champions League this year go into the group stages. There's no qualifying needed. So if you finish fourth, you don't have to do a qualifying process. You go straight into the groups. So I'm happy with us to be third or fourth. Maybe it changes your seeding, like in the group stages and stuff like that. Maybe it changes who you get seeded against, makes it a bit more difficult for you. But honestly, if we get into the group stages, that's absolutely fine, not a problem. Don't care if it's third, fourth, hell, even second. Who knows what's going to happen? But I think Man United might have that sealed up by now. But where was I going with all of that? Yeah, so we're 10 points in front of Chelsea right now. Chelsea are not looking in a very good way this season. They're not looking like they're having a very good season. They're not looking like they're able to hold out. I think they played against West Ham or something like that at the weekend. They were 1-0 in front, but West Ham, Chicharito comes on and scores a goal, and it ends 1-1. Chelsea right now don't look like they're going to be able to make that push to the top four. And a lot of their fans, if you've seen any of the stuff on social media or any of their fan channels, a lot of the fans seem to resign to the fact that Antonio Conte doesn't seem to want to be there. It's very negative at the club right now, and it doesn't look like they've all kind of lost faith in the fact that they would be getting top 4. That doesn't look like that's going to happen. If we can keep ourselves, pick up 3 points against Bournemouth, and Chelsea slip up again, then I think we only have to win 1 or 2 more to confirm top 4, and then all's good. All's good in love and war. That's all I'm saying, people. Now, Liverpool versus Bournemouth prediction. What am I going to say? I think that we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet if we start with like the likes of Lovren, Van Dijk, Karius, Robertson, Nathaniel Clyne in this case for me. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet, and I think we'll get 2 goals. I think we're going to go 2-0. I'm going to go for 2-0 Liverpool. I don't think we're going to blast Bournemouth away, but I think we're going to get a 2-0 victory, and then we move on to the next game. That's my prediction. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, though. And as I said before, let me know how buzzing you are right now after the Champions League game, because that was epic. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. But thank you so much for watching this video if you've enjoyed it. And if you are new around here, please do hit that subscribe button, because there's videos all the time. There's playlists. If you look at my playlist tab, I've got playlists of every single match preview that I've done this year for the Premier League, the Champions League, and even the one video I got to make for the Carabao Cup because we only lasted 1 game. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate every single one of you that likes, subscribes, comments. I love speaking to you guys in the comments as well, so thanks for all your engagement. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much, and I will catch you later.